Okay, we are back. Today, I'd like to continue our series on Vulnhub. The virtual machine would be Nasef 1, locating target. I will add the link into the description section below so that you can download the virtual machine. Before we begin today's video, if you don't mind, please subscribe to my channel. I do appreciate your help and support. And also, if you don't mind, please leave a like below. So now, without further ado, let's just get started. To save time, I have already imported this virtual machine into the VMware workstation. So now we can go inside the Kali Linux virtual machine. As you can see over here, I have already identified the IP address of the virtual machine or target as 182. And then I did the nmap scanning, I did the scene scan, the version scan, the default script scan, and also I did the comprehensive scan or full range support scan. And this is my usual command when I do the port scanning. So for the nmap scanning results, as you can see, there are two open ports. The first one is 22, which is running SSH service, and also the actual version information is displayed over here. And as we know, this version doesn't have any vulnerability. And the next one is 80, which is running HTTP service and also the actual version information. So what we are going to do next is to do some furthermore enumeration for the 80 port. So now let's fire up our browser and put the IP address of the target into the browser. And this is the default Apache 2 page. And also we can check the source code of the web page, but nothing special or interesting or useful is here. And then we need to check whether this site has robots file, but not found. So after we have done the manual enumeration for the web application, then we need to return to or move to the automated tools like Nikto. Nikto is a very good enumeration tool when we do the web application enumeration. Not only this tool can give us some common directories or some files, also can show us some architecture, and sometimes will tell us some vulnerabilities which are related to the web application. So, but this case doesn't give us any useful information. Next, we need to use the GoBuster. Let's specify the IP address of the target, and we need to specify the word list. Yes, when I do the web directory enumeration, the first word list I'd like to use is this one under the GoBuster directory. So let's hit enter, and the GoBuster will go through the process of the directory enumeration. And I'd like to pause the video at this point, and when it's done, I will come back. See you there. Okay, it's done. GoBuster has already identified this file. We can make a copy of this file name and go back to our browser. Let's paste in here to see what it's about. It seems like this is a private key, so we can make a copy of this private key, and then we can create the private key. Let's paste in here, write and quit. Also from this page, we can assume that this is the username. We can make a copy and we can log it. But before we use this private key to log in, we need to change the permission of this file, and then we can paste the username, but we need to supply passphrase for this key. So I'd like to cancel, and we need to use the SSH to join to convert the private key to the hash format. Then we can use the John the Ripper to crack this hash, because I've already done that before. So I'd like to show the cracked password. Yeah, the password is reading, and then we can log in, and the passphrase is reading. Yeah, as you can see, we have already successfully logged in to the target via SSH, and we can get the user flag. And also, then of course, the next thing or aim is to elevate our privilege to the root user. And before we do that, we need to do some basic local enumeration. Cut the history, but nothing special. And also, but of course, we do not have the password yet for this user. So I'd like to time out, or after 3 failed attempts. And then we can use the find command to find command which has SUID bit. But nothing found. So next we need to rely on the shell script, the Nimpiers shell script. You know, this shell script is very powerful. When we do the local privilege escalation, we can navigate to the temp directory, and let's open up a new tab, and let's copy the Nimpiers shell script from my toSets directory, and let's set up the web server by Python to upload this shell script to the target. We can use wget Nimpiers. Yeah, it's uploaded into the temp directory on the virtual machine, and we need to make it executable. And let's run this Nimpier shell script, and this shell script will try to find out some misconfigurations and also the local privilege escalation vulnerabilities. Now we wait for this to be completed to see whether we can find out such information. Yeah, I think you have already noticed one kind of information which is represented by yellow color. Let's scroll up. Yeah, the password file is writable, and also displayed over here, writable password file. So it means that we can elevate our privilege by creating another user, and this user has root privilege. So we can cut the password file. We can make a copy of the first line, and let's paste in here. And then we need to generate the new password for the new user. And the command I'd like to use is sudo openSSL. And the password is 123456. Yeah, we can copy this encrypted password and can replace X by our encrypted password, and then we can use the username. Of course, you can use any username if you wish. We can make a copy of a whole line, and then we can append this line to password file. Yeah, no error. And we can switch to user which we have just generated, JSON, and the password is 123456. So as you can see from the banner, we have already changed to the root user. We can navigate to the root directory, and we can cut the root flag there. Okay, so that's all I'd like to go through this virtual machine. Hope to see you in the next one. Bye.